Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Little Guys Home Technology live stream podcast, which is sponsored by AudioQuest, Integra, and Golden Ear, three companies dedicated to high-performance audio, getting you the best sound possible. I'm David.
And I'm Evie, and we're excited to be bringing you this live stream.
The Little Guys store, 191st and LaGrange Road in Mokina. It's actually 19031 South Old LaGrange Road, where Mokina meets I-80, just south of Orland Park, west of Tinley, east of Frankfort, and just exit I-80 at LaGrange Road, 96th Avenue, Route 45. It says all of those.
South of Wisconsin, southeast of Michigan, or west of Michigan.
Just exit 80 and make a left at 191st Street, then turn in between the Denny's and the White Castle, and you'll see us straight ahead. We're open Monday through Thursday, 10 until 6, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 5. We make house calls all over Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, and Southwest Michigan, and it's a good idea to call or 708-754-8844 or email info@thelittleguys.com and give us a concept of what you want to do, and if we need to come out and take a look, we'll come out and take a look, figure out what's going on.
Yep, so. Or, gather together what you already have. Brand name and model numbers usually, enough for us. We don't need the owner's manual or anything.
No. We want to invite you to comment and ask questions throughout the podcast, as well as sign up for our website, sign up for our e-blasts on our website, and like us on Facebook, right? Because we're getting a lot of Facebook action. That seems to be a lot of just a lot of increase in traffic on the Facebook site. So,
and we don't use your email for anything other than to bug you, but we don't bug you. We only email once or twice a month, maybe. Yeah, normally it's once or twice a month. During the sales, like we're doing right now with the moving sale, we'll keep reminding you.
It might be twice a week or something, or 3 times a week. But very rarely do we send. We don't send a lot of stuff.
No.
And we want you to know about the moving sale because there's additional markdowns. There's all kinds of stuff going on. We are furiously negotiating with the landlord. Feverishly negotiating with the landlord.
Some of us are furious.
To try to stay in some of the same space that we're already in, right? So that's our first goal.
Yeah, our store is actually 3 spaces,
right,
or 3 separate stores, if you would.
Yeah.
We've just blocked off some of the doors, and
we just want we want to we'd like to stay in the same location if we can, and if we can't, we're going to stay somewhere in the immediate area. We have time. However, the sale doesn't have a lot of time.
No.
The sale is going to end at the end of the month. That's going to be it. We're gonna
not to the end of this month.
No, to the end of September. All right. So
because this month is almost over,
right.
As of tomorrow.
All home theater seating, which we've sold a couple pieces of. There's still a bunch left. Is 50% off.
50%.
Right, and everything on display is 50% off. Salamander, Palliser. There's some unbelievably good deals. Crazy good deals. And it's typically in really, really good condition. There's one piece that's maybe a little bit rough, and that piece is more than 50% off.
Right.
So come and take advantage of that. And it's not just theater seating. There's also a nice purple which has been marked down from, what was the original price?
It was over $2,000.
Right, over $2,000 down to what?
I think I marked it $800. That was my bottom line. If we can't get $800 for it, then I'm taking it home. I don't know where I'll put it, but I'm just going to take it home.
All the credenzas, audio video stands, racks from BDI, Salamander, and Sanus are now 40% off. So they're marked down even further. And some killer deals. There's an 85-inch Sony 4K TV that is selling everywhere. Lowest price anywhere you'll find is about $7,000. And it's $49.99, right, off display. So that's a killer deal. It's an 85-inch.
Can we fit that in the extra bedroom?
No, we're not putting that in. Somebody come and buy that.
We'd have to get rid of some of the furniture.
All AudioQuest analog cables are 30% off. All Furman and Panamax displays are at least 30% off. Every turntable on display is 30% off. There's some Sonance in-walls. There's Sonance, Origin, Golden Ear, all kinds of different in-walls and in-ceiling speakers off display for somewhere between 20 and as much as 60% off.
Yep.
So there's some crazy good deals on in-walls and in-ceilings. And most of them are in that 40 to 60% range. There's a few exceptions, but most of them are in that range. And all the brands, all the PSB speakers are marked down for this event. The SVS speakers, every display model is 20% off. Every open box model is very close to that. And then the other models that aren't are on sale as well. You got to come in for that because we're not allowed to talk about it. And although I promise you won't find SVS speakers for less money anywhere. I promise. Even on their website, whatever you see on their website, no worries. You just bring us in that, mention to us you saw something on their website, open box, scratched, whatever it is that they show on their site, you let us know, and we're going to take care of you. We're not going to make you order them and wait for them. We'll have them here and make the deal for you as long as we got them in stock. And then my favorite is, and this is just because I love flea markets, my favorite is the Audio Quest and miscellaneous cable table. They start at 75% off. So, for example, there's a pair of 10-foot Audio Quest with bananas, Type 4 speaker wires that are normally $250 for a pair, and they are $62.50.
What about that? It's like a $5,000 pair of speakers?
There's a $5,000 pair of speaker wires that's marked down to actually about $1,200. There's and actually it's marked down even a little further than that. There are some really, really crazy deals there. There's some HDMI wires. There's a lot of power cord deals. That stuff changes daily depending on what we take apart and what we move around. But they're basically display cables that have full warranty and are perfect. And we have boxes for 80% of them. And we don't want to just sell them to people like they were new or whatever. That's not right. So we mark them way down. We put little stickers on the box, and you can take advantage of that. So those are all over the place. And then all the electronics from all the different companies. Just come and take advantage of the crazy good deals. That's really what it's about.
And also, it's not really marked, but the decor.
Yeah.
Make us an offer.
The walls, the cabinets.
A cool vase. There's a cool silver helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's all kinds of cool stuff.
There's a rhinoceros, I believe.
A real one?
Yes.
Okay. We're not taking that home. The couple of things that we wanted to go over, and thanks for living with us during that shameless self-promotion. But there's a couple of things we wanted to go over in today's podcast. The SurgeX concept, which I know we did a whole show on a few weeks ago,
yep.
but it's really important, and I think it bears repeating. It's an amazing concept. It's not surge protection. It's surge elimination. The surge will not get to your gear. And you can set it up a couple of different ways. You can have a box down at the circuit breaker and literally have that entire circuit protected. And so surges do not get through, right? So that's one way you can do it. You can have a box at the components and things plug into those boxes, whether there's 6 or 10 outlets or 8 outlets. Just depends on which box you use. And then there's some units that also have some really good noise elimination as well to get the noise out of the lines, as well as do all that protection stuff. And it's amazing the difference in what these things can do. And while they're on there, your gear is just covered. It's protected. There's no worries. They have a policy that protects equipment from being damaged. They've never paid a claim. They've never had to pay a claim. They've never
have a claim come through.
No, they've never had to pay. No, they've never had a claim come through. They have no claims. It doesn't happen. It's never. The surge is just eliminated. There are no surge issues. I mean, it makes the surge go away. I mean, the pieces they're killer. They're super affordable. They're not outrageous. I mean, a real nice one that goes behind the gear that has like 10 plugs, capable of plugging in 10 different components. And by the way, if you plug in another line conditioner or surge protector or strip into that and plug more things in it, they're covered as well because the surge is not getting through. So
the SurgeX goes to the wall.
Yep.
Plugs into the wall, and then you can plug your
Furman or your Panamax line conditioner into that,
and then use that Furman or whatever if necessary
for additional
plug in
outlets
additional
and stuff.
things.
You got
okay.
it. Just a really cool concept and a really smart idea. We're getting close to that lightning season. We've had some already, but we're getting close to the more lightning season. And it's not just lightning though; it's the constant surges and spikes all day long that come over the lines. People always want to know, why do I have to reset my receiver? Why do I have to reset my control box? Why is my cable box locked up? Right? Those are surges and spikes.
Yes.
Those are typically those components have taken a little spike or a surge. The voltage has locked up the clock on the microprocessor, and that's what happens. I mean, it's part of the daily process of living with microprocessors and the things we do in today's world. So,
and we've all had our power go out during a big storm.
Yep.
Before that power goes out, it's hitting all those devices.
And Surgex and their sister companies do other. They have backup power units, UPSs. Well, not generators, but UPSs,
okay.
And they have all kinds of other devices as well. But this is the focus for us. This is the thing we really want you to pay close attention to. Just a great concept and a great idea. So it definitely bared repeating. It's definitely an important part of what you should be doing with any of your equipment. Furniture. This is. I know this isn't fun and sexy for most people that are into electronics, but the truth is, some furniture is made appropriately for today's electronics, for electronics in general, and some is absolutely not. Right?
Right. I mean, there's plenty of completely enclosed cabinets. You put your stuff in, it's burning up really fast.
Well, it's all that extra heat. There's no way for the air to circulate. There's nowhere to run the wire past.
Right.
You're hacking holes in the back of it to get the equipment to fit in it.
I can't tell you how many times our installers have. They don't hack a hole though. They make a really nice hole, but they've had to do that to people's brand new cabinets because they just went out and bought a cabinet. They didn't know if the equipment was going to fit or not, or whether the air was circulating. Maybe nobody talked to them about that.
It's the really cool thing about companies like BDI and Salamander who, besides having stuff on special during the sale, who really do focus on the gear and air being able to circulate and enough shelving and the shelving itself is deep enough and the backs slide or come off and all kinds of wire paths, all kinds of little things that make it appropriate for today's electronics. And by the way, designer styles, gorgeous furniture, real wood, all done in whatever colors, and I mean, just really done well. So they blend the aesthetics with the functionality and really do an exceptional job. Now, don't be fooled by the promotional cheap Chinese cabinets that are out there. That when you go to put in your amplifier and it doesn't fit, or right. It's jammed in and it can't breathe and takes away from the life of the unit itself. Just a bad idea, a bad concept. So there are companies that pay attention to it. BDI and Salamander, I think, are the two premier versions.
And it's real furniture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not IKEA stuff. It's not Target stuff. And that's, all that stuff is fine in its place, but
it's built on another level. You can feel that the doors kind of close by themselves typically. I mean, the slots are all even. Everything's like done correctly. It's pretty special. All right.
It's already built.
You
don't have to build it yourself.
Here's another thing that comes up a lot. People want to know why in the old days you turned on the TV and boom, you had a picture. Right? The picture was there. You had a picture. It didn't take 3 seconds or 2 seconds, or really probably what's only 1.5 seconds, but seems like 10 seconds for the picture to come on or for something to happen. Well, because of today's connections, because of HDMI, there's a lot of things going on. It's not just signal on.
No, they have to talk for a while.
They talk to each other. They shake hands. They're
very polite.
Right. There's copy guarded stuff in there that protection that has to be overridden or has to be allowed access to.
Yes.
It's done differently. So yes, sometimes there's a delay. What's weird is sometimes it seems pretty quick. Sometimes it goes faster. Now I would tell you if it's taken forever, you're using a remote and it's taken forever for your cable box to change, or it's taken forever for your satellite receiver to change, that's likely that the cable box or the satellite receiver needs to be unplugged, powered down, reset.
Yeah.
So that because it is slowed down, it is locked up. Something happened with it, and it is kind of locked up. That shouldn't take that long. Shouldn't be that big a deal. It's not the remote. Everybody always thinks
I know
it's the
your
remote.
inclination is I pushed the button on the remote. It was supposed to change the station. It didn't change the station. push again, push again,
Right.
push again.
Then it changes back and forth 3 different times. Or whatever.
Right.
Is my number 5 not working? Is my number 5 not working? What's going on? Anyway. So, yes, for sure, be aware of that and pay attention. There is still this has come up 4 times in the last 10 days for me. There's still a basic universal remote option. You don't have to have a whole big control system. Yes, you should. And a good control system isn't much more than a basic universal remote. But for those of you who have a cable box, a TV, a Blu-ray player, and maybe an Apple TV or one other device, a Roku or whatever it is, one other device in there, maybe even 2 other devices. Maybe you have a receiver to go with it. Maybe you don't. I don't know. There is a basic handheld remote that you can buy in the infrared version where it just has IR, so it can't shoot through cabinet walls. You have to have access to what you're looking at, and you have to aim it at the stuff that you're doing, right? That remote by itself, just the remote itself, is about $300, and the programming for that remote is typically somewhere between $200 and $400.
Right.
I like to just say it's around 3.
It sort of depends on how many devices you have that have to be programmed into it.
And then there is an RF adapter, which is a radio frequency adapter that allows you to put the components in the closet or downstairs or in the cabinet behind closed doors. It also allows you not to have to aim at the components while it's doing the different things.
Right. If you're an impatient person.
Yeah, you want an RF adapter. And those are about $250. Right? So that option's still there. If you're not worried about having it on your tablet or on your phone, you just want a handheld, hard button remote, that option does exist. I mean, it's there. If you want to take it, bump it up a step, which is, kind of where we're at, and we like to do the most, and that also gives you future possibilities, you can still have that handheld remote. You can still have the hard button handheld remote. You can also have it on your smartphone. You can also have it on any of your tablets or any other devices, and you can access it that way and use the components. It allows you more expansion. You can someday control the lights. You can control the HVAC. You can do cameras. There's all kinds of different things you can have access to and control. The door locks. I mean, it allows for a huge expansion down the road if you want to.
Right.
But even if you don't use it for any of that, if all you use it for is to control your system, it does it a little quicker and it gives you a few extra functions that don't exist on just the simple handheld remote. So it's still out there. If you're tired of picking up 6 remotes, if you can't figure out which buttons to push and get them in the right order and all the rest, or reading your list of, all right, now I push this one, put that one down, grab this one, put that one down. Oh, you know what? These 2 are out of batteries. I got to go find batteries for these.
You got to have a cheat sheet for using all those remotes.
A couple other quick things. Indoor antennas. We've had this discussion a million times, but people still call all the time about indoor antennas because they see that ad in the Sun-Times or the Tribune or the TV even. I've seen it.
Clear view, clear screen, something or other, like $29.95.
Promising you 8 million channels and all kinds of cool stuff and whatever.
I would love to hear from somebody who has that and it actually works.
Right. I mean,
maybe if you're right next to the television studio.
That might be worse, actually. I mean, it is possible that there are some indoor antennas that actually function and do an okay job. We haven't found any new ones that do it. We had a couple old ones that worked really well for us. They are discontinued and not available anymore. We've tried all the new ones, and they just don't. None of them seem to make people happy. There's over a 50% return rate.
Yes.
So we're out of the indoor antenna business. That is no longer on our radar. We are, until we come across one that we think does an unbelievable job again. We're out of that business. But my suggestion is always go to one of the hardware stores, the Home Depots or one of those kind of places who does have some of those antennas. Mm-hmm. Buy 3 or 4 different ones.
Save your receipt.
Save all your receipts. Take them home. It used to be Radio Shack, but that doesn't work anymore because they're not there. But go to one of those places. Take them all home. Try the different ones. See whichever one works at least the best for you. And maybe you'll get one that actually does a job and you'll be happy. It really
depends. It depends so much on where you live, what kind of electricity lines you have nearby.
And they make you think that, in those ads, they make you think that you're still going to be able to get HGTV and the History Channel and all those things. You are not, unless you have internet connections and do it a different way. You're not cutting the cord by having an indoor antenna. You are giving yourself all the local stations and all the rest, but you're not giving yourself the flexibility of all those other channels without doing some kind of combination of different things. And typically that's not in the wheelhouse of the people who want to cut the cord.
Right.
So.
Right. Or you could make a pretty much lifetime investment and just put an antenna on your roof.
Right.
You know, it'll pay for itself in a year, maybe a year and a half, and that will give you the best signal, the
that you can get where you live,
possibly
right.
get. And if you just can't stomach it on your roof, although we all grew up with antennas on our roofs, and I believe they act as a lightning rod. But anyway, they do work not as well, but they work in attics.
Yeah. Yep, no question about it. So that really is the right option for that. Again, still, you're not going to get the History Channel. You're not going to get the Food Channel. You're not going to get, whatever it is that you like. That's all the Alaska shows. You're not going to get American Pickers and all those things. Those aren't going to be there. So from
However,
the antenna,
right,
there are alternative ways.
Right, there are many alternative ways through the internet, and through apps. You have to have a good network in your home.
All right, one last thing, and that is the service that you get from companies like, not companies like, the companies, Comcast, DirecTV, AT&T, the experience you have on the phone with these people. There was a lady in here last week who said they actually made her cry.
Dish, RCN, Wow.
They're all awful. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't get lucky and happen to get one person on the phone who was really nice. But 90% of the time, your experience is going to be negative. They are brutal. We have the same situation for ourselves. When we try to deal with Comcast, with the exception of the CXI guys, which is their custom division, where we can sometimes get a problem solved. But on a daily basis in regular operations, Comcast is a pain, as is DirecTV, as is Dish Network, as is all of these guys. They're awful. You're going to spend 30 minutes to an hour and a half on the phone. You may get something accomplished. You may not. You may have to call back again and do it. It's brutal. We get it. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't be mad at us. We've stopped bringing cable boxes out to people's homes. We used to do it as we used to get a long time ago, many years ago. We used to actually get paid from Comcast for bringing a box out. We'd get $22 for bringing a box out, or $12, or $18, or $8, depending on what people were doing. We would actually get paid for bringing the box out and hooking it up, right? Not enough to cover our labor or anything like that, but they actually gave us money. They stopped doing that years ago. We didn't care. It wasn't about the money. It was about being able to make it so the Comcast guy didn't come to our customers' homes, right? So we stocked the boxes from Comcast. They gave them to us. We worked out a deal. We put them in. We had to register them, and now the registration process is somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour and a half by the time we're done of our time. Nobody wants to.
And you have to be there. You
have to be there the whole time.
Have to be there to authorize it on the phone, and you can sit on the phone for 45 minutes with us.
It makes no sense. You don't want to pay our installers for an hour and a half of sitting there, 2 hours of sitting there for us to bring you a box. If Comcast bring the box out and they activate it and it's working, when we get to the house, we can make the system work right.
Right.
That's the right way to do it. So we're in the same situation that you are. We face the same frustrations and the same aggravation. They're brutal. They're absolutely brutal, and we can apologize for them, I suppose, but that's just who they are and how they do business, and there's nothing we can do about it. So
true.
And we hear about it all the time, and we get it. So that's all. Those are the main things we wanted to cover. I want to remind everybody the moving sale is still on. There are some incredible deals. The seating from Palliser and Salamander, including those gorgeous black chairs that are in the big theater room.
Big theater.
Though they're 50% off, right? I mean, some crazy good deals. All the furniture is 40% off for all the display models. There's just a lot of great promos and deals throughout the store. Take advantage of it on all the electronics, and come and see us. 191st and LaGrange Road in Mokina. You can email us at info@thelittleguys.com. You can call us at 708-754-8844. We are open Monday through Thursday, 10 until 6, Friday and Saturday, 10 until 5. We're closed on Sunday. We're closed on Labor Day.
We are. We're closed on Labor Day.
I don't know. It should be no Labor Day, not Labor Day. because nobody does labor because they're all closed. Anyway, come and see us.
Actually, there's quite a few places that are open.
Come and take advantage. At least get some free popcorn, right? The popcorn machine's up and it's running.
Sue's allowing that?
Yeah, the popcorn's up and going. You can get some free popcorn if nothing else. And come and see us and say hello. All right? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for listening. If you saw this on the live stream, if you've seen it on the podcast or you've seen it on YouTube, we thank you as well. Don't forget, sign up for our e-blast. It's thelittleguys.com. It's right on the front page. Get down towards the bottom of the front page and you're good to go. All right. We're out of here.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.